How much does it cost to really start a hair business? Good question. Let's go over it. What's up, guys? It's Mikey at the Hair Business Blueprint. I help small business owners start, market, and manage their hair businesses. Today, we're going to go over some quick costs of what it really takes to start your own hair company. You know, there's probably a few things left out, and I have some averages, and depending if you want to hold inventory yourself or dropship hair, that's going to add some additional costs or take costs away. So let's just go over the basics. Okay, first thing you're going to need is definitely a name. Now, coming up with a name is free, but a domain name is probably going to cost you $15. So let's put $15. After you have your name, you're going to have to register an LLC. You can generally do that directly with the state. Depends on what state you're in. I know you can do so in Georgia, and it's going to cost you about $100. Okay, after you have your LLC set up, you're definitely going to have to register with the IRS, and you are going to need a tax ID or an EIN number. And guess what? That's free. After you have your business paperwork together, that's fantastic. You're going to want to set up a business bank account. Now, setting up the business bank account is going to be free, but you'd look a little weird if you just didn't put any money in it. Not that I'm saying you should worry about what people think about you, but let's just go ahead and budget and throw in $100 in that bank account. All right, up next, you're gonna need a website. Now, a website, if you wanna design it yourself, no matter what, you're gonna have monthly fees. So let's just say you're signing up for Shopify. It's gonna be about $29.99 a month. And then you can either design the website yourself. You can use free tools like PicMonkey and Canva to do so, along with stock images. Or you can use a service like Dropship Bundles. They have a bunch of different templates available with Shopify websites, and that's going to cost you anywhere between $300 to $500. So let's say if you do it yourself, $29.99 a month, but if you hire a professional, about $300. Up next is the products that you're going to be selling. So products cost money. If you're going to inventory items yourself, you're probably going to want to start off with what the best sellers are and a limited catalog, because you're just not going to be able to inventory all these different lengths and styles and wigs, HD lace, transparent lace, standard lace, closures, frontals. It's a lot. But as a minimum, if you wanted to do inventory yourself, I would say, oops, over here, $2,000. But if you wanted to do drop shipping, you could use the Dropship Beauty app for Shopify, $2.99 a month. Up next, you're gonna need a logo for your hair brand. Now, there are tools that allow you to design your logo for free online. Something like Canva is absolutely amazing. If you wanted a professional logo done, you could always go to private label branding and have them do it. I believe it's $99. Or you can hire a professional designer. You know, they can be upwards of thousands of dollars, but since we're just getting started out, I would say we'd either go Canva for free, private label branding for $99. As I'm going through this list, I'll make sure I have links to all these items in the description below, so it's easy for you to check everything out. Up next, custom packaging. So you can print some labels yourself, maybe get some Avery labels at Staples, you know, or if you want to go the more professional route, you can use a service like private label branding, because they have all the different types of custom packaging that you would need, or branding items for your hair, wigs, lashes, pretty much everything. So I would put a budget in there for, like, if you're going to do it yourself, maybe with labels, if you have a printer and all the right stuff, $50. Or I would spend about $200 with private label branding to get enough kind of basics to get you going. You're definitely going to need social media accounts. You're on your phone all the time anyway. So let's set up those social accounts. Great thing about that can give you maximum exposure for free. It's free to set up these accounts, and I highly recommend you set up as many as you can. Set it up with a professional email address, and you're on the way. You want to definitely keep things separate. Your social for your business and social for your personal. And yes, I did mention a professional email address. I almost forgot. That's going to cost you about $10 a month. Now, once you have these items, you can definitely get started with email marketing for free. I actually have some tutorials on here. You can use Shopify email, send out 2,500 emails a month for free. That is a great way to get started, and you can check out my tutorials on this channel to help you do so. All right, you're gonna need some content for your website, so I highly recommend putting at least 4 blog posts on your website to get started. So I think it's always best if you save the money and write the blog post yourself. Pick the items that you know the most about, probably some of the hot sellers, how to use them, styles, anything like that. Very, very important, because you can't have your website just so salesy. It's gotta have some information to educate your visitors. So you can do it yourself for free, or you can use a service like Upwork to hire someone. It's gonna cost about $100 an article for about $400 total. Now, if you're gonna pack and ship orders yourself, you're probably gonna want 2 different types of printers. You want a printer to print your packing slips. You can get those pretty cheap nowadays for like $100. And then you're gonna need a Dymo label printer. So as you're printing the shipping label, you just peel off the label, stick it on the package. Those are about $200. You're gonna need labels, some shipping supplies, tape gun, a couple different boxes. Some of the shipping services will give you some items for free, some different types of packaging, but I would probably put a budget of about $500 for packing and shipping supplies. Now the best, probably $17, $18 you can spend, Fearless Beauty, the Hair Business Blueprint. This is my book. I wrote this specifically for you wanting to get in the hair business. This walks you through step by step of what you need to get started. First 4 chapters are mindset, next 4 chapters how to do it. I have a link in the description to the Amazon. Show some support. I would love for you to read this book and leave me a review on Amazon. This has changed the game for so many people getting into the industry. I know you're gonna love it. Now, once you have these ads going, you're probably gonna wanna mix in an influencer, because you can use those photos as long as you talk about it with influencer, work that out first. You can go to a website like Beauty Clout. I have a link in the description. You can hire an influencer to wear the hair. A lot of these influencers will do it for free, but still, you gotta figure in the cost of hair. So it's probably gonna be about $300 for hair, because influencers never want anything short or 130 density. They want that 180 density, 30-inch HD, right? So you gotta figure your cost for that. Or you're gonna have to pay them a little extra. So we might have to pay another 100, so 400 total. Now, if we tally this all up, you're probably on the very low end gonna be right around $1,500 if you kind of wanna really start your hair business right. I actually have a video of how to start a hair business for under $100. It is possible, if you want the bare bones. But if you really wanna get a good start and do some of the work yourself, you're generally about $1,500, and that's with drop shipping, not spending all the money for inventory up front and everything else. Now, if you wanted inventory, you're gonna be packing and shipping. You gotta figure $2,000 for inventory, $500 for all the shipping supplies. You're probably gonna be closer to that $4,000 to $5,000 range to be realistic, to have a really good system set up. You're gonna have your business set up, you're gonna have your bank account set up, you're gonna have your website, custom branding, logo, some ads going, influencer. You've got a good start. Like, you don't need all that money day one, but it's better to have that money at day one. So as you get going, all the profits that you make in the first year, you need to reinvest in your business to build it up with more inventory, more branding, more marketing, growing your customer base, getting more customer reviews on your website. So don't think you're just gonna get a bunch of sales the first month. You're gonna take that money out and buy yourself something for yourself. You haven't earned it yet. Sorry for the tough love, but it's true. You're gonna have to take all that money, reinvest it back into the business, because as you start taking money out and your business starts to grow, you're gonna stunt the growth of the business. So instead of making, $5,000, $10,000 a month profit, if you start taking that money out too early, you're never gonna get there. So hold off as long as you can, and you will win.